I'm with my breath. I'm with my breath. I'm with my breath.
What's up, y'all? It's your favorite host, Abriel BTV, and welcome to another episode of Down and Dirty. Today we have a special guest with us, Lex, the visionary. Lex, how are you feeling today? You look good.
Thank you, girl.
You're
You look good as
welcome.
well from head
Thank
to
you.
toe. I'm so happy to be here, filled with gratitude, especially to be interviewed by you. We've known each other probably a little over a year now.
Yes.
Been part of a couple of your events, and so to be here more in like a personal, intimate space is so nice. So yeah, I feel great.
Well, I'm happy to have you. And so let's jump right into it. You
Mhm.
have a new EP out right now, Lotus.
Yeah.
Lotus is doing numbers. Of course, today I got a new favorite, but that's okay. We're going to talk about that later.
Okay.
So tell me a little bit more about the album is really focusing on, breaking your silence. Like,
Yeah.
what does that tell us? One, what is the album about? Because I
Mhm.
know that it took a long time for the album to come out
Yeah.
and it's finally out. So tell us,
Mhm.
one, what the album is about, and also what does breaking your silence mean? Because when I hear that, I'm thinking, I'm not taking notes. I'm not taking nothing. I'm walking into who I want to be and I'm doing
Yeah.
what I want to do. So tell me more about that.
So the EP is 4 tracks, so it's very short and sweet. And it just really takes the listener through a very bold and like cinematic journey of me finally like breaking out of just this shy good girl persona that I just stayed in for a very long time. Like,
Right.
I was so afraid to just break out of my box with my emotions, and I always wanted to be the peacemaker and brush things to the side, and
That's not always possible.
it's not, and
Yeah.
it's not healthy. And so this project just really is all about just finally letting that out so that you can be just real with yourself and how you feel on the inside, express that with yourself, express that to other people, and just ultimately just
love that.
change your environment and your circumstances and how you operate so it can just really speak to your truth. So that's what it is in a nutshell.
And so, Lex, talk to me a little bit more about perseverance. I know as an artist, you have all these visions that are in your
Right.
mind, and you're like, you know what? How do I get those visions on my mind to paper to now executing the project? Or even if the views sometimes, because let's be honest, sometimes things aren't as we picture. You might have the
Right.
numbers and you're like, you know what? It's not hitting or it's not reaching this type of audience. So, talk to me a little bit more about persevering as an artist and what keeps you motivated.
Oh my gosh. So perseverance. I feel like it's easier to persevere when you're doing something that you feel called to do.
I like that.
I feel like when you're driven by just operating in your gifts and something that really gives you joy and enthusiasm, then it makes it a lot easier. Like,
Right.
I'm still a growing artist, but I get excited every time I come up with a dope song.
I love that.
Or when I work with someone and it's a successful collaboration, like, because I've had to learn that in the last couple of years, just again working outside of myself, 'cause
Right.
I'm not putting everything on myself. What motivates me too is just again just doing it with people.
Right.
Like, I have an amazing production team, and we have just so many different uh skills and like temperaments and
I like
talents, and
that.
so my whole mindset was when working with them and their multi-band studios, with working with them, was to, okay, what's your strength, what's your strength, what's your strength, okay,
Right.
this is my bag, okay, let's bring that all together. Because when you try to like overstep and do all that other stuff, it can get a little chaotic, it can get taxing. So having people with me along the journey
Yeah.
is really motivating, because like it's not just for me, it's all for our collective just vision. So yeah.
And so when you're an artist, but you also have to be mindful of who you're working with, who you're collaborating with, because that represents your brand, right?
Yeah.
And so tell me a little bit more about that. And if you
Yeah.
have ran into issues where you like, you know what, I thought this would be a great thing, but this is actually not turning out to how.
Listen,
Talk
okay.
about it. Talk about it.
I've said this before. I waited for my current team, for like 4 years.
Okay.
I came to Atlanta in 2016 from the DMV area. Shout out PG County, Maryland. All day, every day.
Shout
born
out,
and
shout out.
raised. Shout out. Every time. Every time. Gotta rep. But yeah, and I started, at a music studio internship, and there was the who's who coming in there. There were up and comers coming in there, and I met
Right.
so many producers and writers, and there are definitely people I worked with in the past who I met through Instagram. Like, they DM me, I love your voice. Let's be featured on a song or this and that. But yeah, I've definitely worked. I tried to work with this producer slash engineer one time, and trying to help me out for because you see something in me.
Right.
But then
That one.
you
That one.
you see, but then, and I know like it's doing free work is hard.
Right.
But I think when there's an agreement and there's a belief, there should still be a standard and there should still be
Right.
a level of delivery. Just because if you truly believe, I don't feel like it's gonna be half-assed,
Right.
and that's what I got. And then come around talking about oh, I'm doing this for okay,
Right.
it's
Right.
not you. You're not the one, clearly. So yeah, just I've definitely had to dodge that and adjust to that, and and just really listen to okay, what feels right. Like
Right.
when I work with this person, is their energy good? Do they say what they're gonna do?
I
Do
like
they
that.
bring something new to the table?
What are their values? Yeah.
What are their values? Are we
Yes.
aligned? So
Yes.
all those things, like stacked up to came in 2016. Really met one of the first members of my team, who's also from he's from Baltimore, not DMV, different. But in 2020, and then we finally started to get to work in 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
So a solid team. I love that. I
Yeah.
love that you said that you've been with it because it's really hard to find like that solid team.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's girl.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard. So
Uh-huh.
we are, I think my team is literally two band.
Mhm.
My videographer,
No, for sure.
call him up every time and me. So
Period.
that's it.
-3.
So that's how it is. But
Small
I
but
love
mighty.
that.
Mhm.
I love that. So we're gonna play a quick game.
Okay.
All right, all right. So your vocals, they good on the track, but we're gonna see how they sound raw. So I am going to, y'all know I can't sing,
Amen.
but I am going
No, you gotta
to
go.
tell you like a feeling, and you sing a song that makes you feel that way. All right, so let's sing a song that makes you fall in love.
That
You got
makes me
you got
fall
30
in
seconds.
love.
Yep, you got 30 seconds to think. Like when you think about love, what song do you think about?
Oh God. 30 seconds. That's a good
30
amount of
seconds.
time.
We started.
That's a good
Let's
amount
go.
of time, though.
20 then. 20.
Now you cut it.
We
in
already
10
started.
seconds.
You late.
Love, never knew what I was missing, but I knew once we start kissing.
Ooh. Okay,
You got.
so the focus is good.
That was the first one, but I was trying to think of something. Anyway, we did
You know
that.
what? We already moving on. A song when you pissed off.
Ooh,
What song?
there's this song by Vic Mensa with Kanye. It actually inspired the first track of my project. Ooh, I don't need y'all either. Ooh, don't wanna talk about it. Just this. Ooh, like I don't know nobody. Like I don't know nobody. I guess oh, you mad, huh? It's called You Mad.
Okay.
It's very big. It's a rapper. Sorry, no singing this time. But that's the first thing I thought of. Like literally.
We can work with that. We can
It's
work
a
with that.
huge song.
So
I love it.
you mad? That's okay.
You Mad. It's just
You
called
Mad.
You Mad.
You mad? Okay.
Mhm.
We can work with that one.
Mhm.
Let's see. So you got your hair done. You got your nails done. You in your boss girl era. You like, you know what? I'm stepping out and I'm catching somebody's son tonight. What song are you singing?
Somebody's son.
Somebody's son or daughter, whatever you like.
Son.
Son.
Make that clear, son.
Go ahead, Lex. Go ahead.
Cause you said boss. I thought about Beyonce's song. Wait, I have 20 more minutes.
You got 20
seconds.
Seconds. You got 10 now. So go ahead.
Oh, girl, why are you doing that?
Let's go.
Ain't nothing to a real one. Ain't nothing to a boss. Okay. Ain't nothing to a real one. Ain't nothing to a boss.
I love that one. Okay, last one. What about when you're sad? For me, sad and heartbreak are the same, but what about, let you do that?
Heartbreak.
I'm
smiling, but I'm thinking about song themes, but this is not what I'm gonna listen to when I'm sad. It's actually on this album called Sour, but I can't think of the song.
Nope, you got 10 more seconds. We gotta hear something. Let's hear the vocals. When you're sad, what you thinking? My go-to is
Go ahead.
Summer Walker. Throw away your love letters. But what's yours?
Oh.
What's up? Go ahead.
I think of Taylor Swift Teardrops on My Guitar, but it's not what I'm gonna listen to.
What?
He's the reason for the teardrops on my guitar. The only thing that keeps me wishing on that wishing star. Na 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 na. I
Okay,
keep
I
singing,
can dig that.
but that's just the first that popped into my head. I need more time. I need 60 seconds.
You had, you know what I'm saying? You had 30, but you
I need
spent
my
20
phone.
of them. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta move on. We gotta move on. Okay, Lex. So of course, we talked about Lotus.
Yes.
But I want to know a little bit more about what is the dating life? Is Lex on the scene right now? Is she dating? Is she in a relationship? Tell me more. Because I mean, it's a lot. The dating pool I hear is a little, it's a little sassy man, but
What'd you say earlier?
sassy.
Sassy.
Man,
Sassy apocalypse.
Yep.
Got
But
it.
we, tell me about it.
Yeah. So I'm just paying attention to what I attract, who I attract.
I like that.
That's just where I'm at. At first I wanted to say I'm outside, but I feel like that has a certain connotation. And I'm just allowing like the next whoever to attract. So that's where I am. I think a lot of that just comes from I was having a conversation with somebody about this yesterday, just like continuing to just be firm in my worth and remind myself of what that is because I go to therapy. And
therapy.
my therapist said one thing because at first I was just like, do I really attract who I am? And she was just like, well, no, like you can attract a lot of things.
Right.
It's just about discernment. So I'm very open. I got a lot going on,
So
but
she's single and ready to mingle.
Basically, and then if it's the right one, then I make the time.
I love that. And I think that, as you're focusing on your craft, it's really important if you make time for love. But like you said, the right type of love. Like in this season, I think it's really important we focus on the certain type of energy that we attract. Because the energy, as we finish out 20, we're not even going to name the year. We're not going to name the year. But as we finish out the year, it's really important to, what you attract, what you bring in, what you're putting out. Like, what do I want to get back? If I put out love, happiness, and peace, I deserve love, happiness, and peace back. Like, now if I'm playing with everybody's son, then you know what I'm saying? You're going to get.
Yeah, that's what you're going to get.
That's what you're going to get.
Yeah.
So,
and not just what you attract, but also allow to.
Yeah.
What you allow because I definitely feel like as women, being more nurturing and caring and want to give multiple chances, it's just like having that loving cutoff.
Yeah, that boundary
is boundary is very important. So I think it's both. It's attracting and then also allowing.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so your album is for both men and women, of course.
Yeah.
But we want to talk to the ladies right now. We want to talk to the ladies because we want y'all streaming. We want y'all run the numbers up. We want y'all having a good time. So talk to me a little bit more about when women hear your album, what do you want them to take away from that?
Yeah, when women hear my album, I really want them to feel like they can just, I'll be very frank, just go buck wild, just go crazy. You mad, like if you're mad because somebody did you wrong or something's hasn't gone your way and you just keep being beat down because I just can relate so much to people who are pent up because you just want to deliver things just so right and maybe you want to be accepting.
Right.
This whole project was what's the word? It was jump started because I was dating somebody at the time. Not dating.
Okay.
Nope.
Let's
I was not
get
dating them.
Right. Okay.
I was talking to them. And it was cool. Someone I shouldn't have been dealing with just because the alignment there.
Right.
And I knew it. But I was in this place where I liked the attention. And so I just allowed it to happen.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, we kept having this back and forth of like, hey, I want to see where this goes. He's like, nah, I'm just trying to, and I'm just like, and and yeah, one day he just stopped talking to me. And we were in the same environment quite often.
Right.
So he would literally ghost me in public. And I would see this person a few times a week.
That's weird.
And it was lame.
Yeah.
And, that really got me because you're not about to just act crazy like that. That's crazy to me because it's like there's clearly something wrong. Can't communicate it, but don't act like and he just kept dodging me. It was a lot. So I was angry. Like my first
Right.
song is Uncaged. Like I was angry, but I was afraid. Like in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, you know, after this we can still just be cool and everything. I
No,
can
we
try to make
can't.
it work.
Right.
And that wasn't good for me. That was crossing my boundary on, multiple occasions, situations. And so the project, I want women to hear it and I want them to know like this is the last straw. Like something needs
Right.
to be let out. Someone needs to be cut off, and you need to just move on and heal those inner things that needed that
Yes.
person or that suppressed all those emotions. As Black women, we're so afraid to be the angry Black woman.
Yes.
And on my first track, I'm just like, no, it's okay. Just don't stay there. That's what I always say. Like, it's
Exactly.
okay to work through your emotions. And I got this through my therapist. Embrace them, work through them.
Yes.
Just don't dwell on them. But they're always okay. You know what I'm saying? They're okay.
I
And
love
we
that.
go from high rage,
Right.
because let's keep it real. Shit. High rage. And then we mellow out a little bit. We're still like in the second song Stretch, we're still like, oh, I'm still upset, but I'm kind of
Right.
doing some more self-reflection. Like, um, the first few words of silence used to be my greatest virtue, but silence doesn't work when people hurt you. So now
Right.
we're like, okay, what am I continuing to do to let this go on? Then friends, because we need that community, we need that support as we're
Yes.
healing. And then
Yes.
the last song is just reconciliation and finally rebirthing into this better woman, this better human
I love
who
that.
has more balance.
I love that.
Yeah.
And I love how you really talked about how it's kind of like not necessarily that roller coaster, but it's kind of like you going through different seasons and of course
Yeah.
extending yourself grace. I feel like as women,
That's
we do
good.
not
Yeah.
extend enough grace to ourselves. Like you're
Mhm.
having a bad day or you know what? I'm having a shitty week or this person has really hurt me, but it's like, do I communicate this or do I just, play hard? And it's like really
Man.
expressing about how you feel, really breaking out. So you know what?
Mhm.
This is what hurt me because I feel like we're at that age of if you don't know how to communicate, I don't know I don't know. There's
Yeah.
so many things that happen in people's life and trauma why they don't communicate, and that's another conversation for another day. But I think that I really like how you said there's going to be that up and down. There's going to be,
Mhm.
so ladies, if you're watching this, of course, like Lex said, it's going to be that high of it's okay to be mad, but also realizing who you are
Mhm.
and walking into who you are.
Yeah.
So I love that. But a lot of people don't know, Lex, you came to Atlanta and got it out the mud. Literally, you got it out the mud. You had a hard time
Oh,
when
I
you first
did.
got here. And a lot of people don't talk about their journey. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk,
Yeah.
you just see people and it's like, oh, they made it. And it's like, I went through a lot to get here. I went through a lot to smile. I went through a lot to even be able to pay
Yeah.
1 month. What people take for granted is paying rent or just small things. Like it took me a lot to get that. So talk to me a little bit more about when you first got to Atlanta and
Oh,
you're like, you
baby.
know what? I'm making a name for Lex the
Oh,
Visionary.
baby.
Talk to me.
So, oh my goodness. Maybe it was September 24th, 2016. We
Tell
pulled up, me and my dad, we pulled up, 12-hour drive. Um, and so when I first got here, I lived with my cousin. He had just moved into a house and, he extended me to come live there, for the low. And long story short, that didn't last. We're good now, but that did not last. And I'll be honest, the first 6 months to a year here was a whirlwind for me.
Wow.
There was so much going on. I got here. I was tapping into the scene, so I tapped into A3C Festival to volunteer to like just see
Right.
about the scene. I got an internship within 3 months at a studio, with some
That's
heavy
good.
hitters.
Yeah.
And then I also got my first job. Within from September to the end of February, I got fired from my first job. Mind you, I had no car. I didn't have a car in Atlanta for 2 years.
Oh wow.
For 2 years. I got fired from my first job very poorly, by the way. We'll go into that another time. And around the same time, my cousin said I had to move out right after I lost my job. And I was just in the lowest of low. I was feeling very insecure. I was feeling very insecure financially. I was feeling very insecure and on edge about the environment that I was in at my internship at the studio, just because if I could go into it during our time here, it was a reality show. Like,
Wow.
who was over it just made us always on edge and think, at any point you could be out here.
Right.
Like, and, you know, 22, coming to a new place. Well, I grew up coming to Atlanta, but I never planted myself here for a purpose,
Wow. Okay.
So coming here, I'm like, having all these people, like influential people, 1 degree from me, so I don't want to fumble it. You know
Right,
what I'm
right.
saying? So I was always on edge about that. And then finding a place to live and not finding everything. God was really like last minute with a lot of stuff for
Right.
me.
But that's how he works in some people's lives. Hey, and God in my life works at the 9th hour.
Jesus,
I'd be like, Lord, what?
what's going on? He's
Yep.
still working on
Go
me
ahead.
with that.
Yep.
I'll be like praying against that, but yeah, it was just a lot of like financial things, confidence issues, having a hard time getting around. So I had to push through just every day. Like my commute to work was 2.5 hours one way.
Wow. And that's with no car.
And that's with no car, buses, MARTA, and then I would have my internship after, so more transportation that way. I was in walking. I was on the move.
Wow.
So it was definitely tough. And then by the end of 2017, I got fired again at another job.
Right.
So to be at this spot, I haven't made it to my standard yet, but
Right.
I've come a long way and I've overcome a lot. And again, it was driven by I feel like I was meant to do this.
Right. Amen.
And yeah.
And I love, that's what I'm talking about. Like I love, even when I hear your story, I always light up because it's like you kept going. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it is so many things, or like even a minor inconvenience, people be like, you know what, it's not worth it. Or it's like you kept your eye on the prize, like this is what I'm called to do, and no matter what, to now have an EP out, people are streaming your music, you're performing, like that is a major thing.
Thank
That
you,
is
girl.
a major thing for people to be like, I know Lex a visionary, like, because I can say it. That's my friend. So I am just so proud of your success. I know that the sky is the limit. This is just a start for you. So I am so excited just to be able to just know you, because I know that, just from even being around you, your personality is so contagious. And it's like, I love that for you. So
the feeling's mutual.
yes, I love Lex. So Lex, let them know one last time where they can find the EP and where they can follow you at on social media.
Yes. So you can follow me everywhere at Lex the Visionary. That's literally every single platform, Lex the Visionary.
Yes.
I own that. And my website domain. Website to come. Okay, we gotta update it. But and then for the music, it's under Lex the Visionary. It's called Lotus on all platforms. And yeah, definitely give it a listen. Let me know what you think. Especially the women out there. I would love for you to just, open yourself up to just, a more angsty stuff. I can make some stuff for the ladies in the future, but right now this is where I was the last 2 years.
Yes.
And I hope it heals somebody. I hope it helps with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. I feel like embracing where you are on your journey, and then of course a journey is forever going. So
yeah.
I love that. Ladies, make sure you go stream, run the numbers up. Make sure you follow Lex on all social media platforms. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at AbrielBTV. And that's a wrap. Bye, guys.
Bye.